5 reasons why people are leaving Canada. Canada is a country located in North America, spanning from the Atlantic Ocean in the east to the Pacific Ocean in the west. It is the second largest country in the world by land area, covering approximately 10 million square kilometers. Canada is known for its natural beauty, multiculturalism, hockey, and maple syrup. Canadian people are also known for being very polite and friendly. The country has a reputation for excellent education and research opportunities and for its universal healthcare system. Canada has also a long history of involvement in international peacekeeping missions and for its commitment to promote peace, humanitarian efforts, and global cooperation. So why do people would want to abandon this country and move somewhere else? Well, let us explain, and at the end of this video, it will make more sense to you. So without further ado, here are the top 5 reasons why people are leaving Canada. Number 1, strained healthcare system. Those who are planning to come to Canada need to be prepared for a backup healthcare plan because it's broken, even though it's free. At least that's what they make Canadians think. One of the largest difficulties the system is facing is the long waiting times for certain medical treatments. Elective procedures may take Canadians multiple months or even years, which can cause disappointment and deteriorating health. The wait can be particularly hard on patients who are in pain or discomfort, and it can influence their quality of life. There is also a shortage of doctors, since most go to the United States so that they could earn more there. This leads to longer wait times, reduced access to care, and overworked healthcare providers, which affects patient care quality. If you're thinking about getting a family doctor, good luck. Might as well try your luck playing the lottery. The system's concentration on providing basic care for all Canadians results in a deficiency of funding and investment in sophisticated medical technology and treatments. This leads to less access to specialized care and results in longer waiting times for certain treatments. And by the way, the healthcare system is not free. Your ridiculously high taxes pay for it. Number 2, high taxes. If you're a Canadian making a decent income, and by decent we mean $100,000 per year, then your taxes will be high, really high. In some provinces, your $100K will become $60. In Canada, the more you make, the more the government will take away from you. In other words, you are literally punished and robbed for being a successful and hardworking person, but rewarded if you're lazy and have no desire to better yourself. Last year, the average Canadian family paid 45% of their income in taxes to federal, provincial, and local governments. Canada has income taxes, corporate taxes, international taxes, payroll taxes, sales taxes, excise taxes, capital gains tax, wealth taxes, and property taxes. What's more, Canada has the highest rates on hotels, air tickets, telecom companies, and internet costs. There are also hidden taxes such as electricity, since many electricity companies are owned by the government and they will overcharge you to cover up their financial deficit. You can literally be out of country and not once in a month turn on the heating or air conditioning in a small condo and still receive a $300 electricity bill. On top of that, Canadians are unhappy with the services that they're paying for with those high taxes. According to a survey, almost 50% of Canadians say the value of government services they receive, such as healthcare or education, are poor or very poor. Number 3, horrible weather. Yes, the Canadian weather is depressing. Unless you live in Vancouver, you will have 2 months of summer, 8 months of winter, and 2 months of something in between. Canadian winters are long and very harsh. It's also expensive to be in Canada during that time. If you own a car like most of the Canadians, you will need to buy winter tires, anti-freeze, and rust protection. You will also need to buy a lot of winter clothes and expect to have less free time, because winter weather conditions, such as icy roads and snowstorms, can disrupt daily routines, including commuting to work, running errands, or attending social events. These disruptions can cause stress, frustration, and a feeling of being confined to one's home. Extreme cold and snowfall can also limit outdoor activities during the winter months. This can lead to a feeling of isolation and limited options for recreation. Number 4, high cost of living. Okay, so you're depressed for 8 months because it's extremely cold. You also pay half of your income in taxes and wait several months to see a doctor. You might ask yourself, could it get even worse? Yes, it gets even worse because you will need to pay half of your already heavily taxed income on rent. The average salary in Canada is about $60,000 per year, and an average rent for one-bedroom condo in Toronto is $2,800 per month or $33,600 per year. So do the math. After you pay taxes, rent, and other bills, you are basically left with nothing. Number 5, incompetent government. Justin Trudeau made Canada the world's sugar daddy. Canada's Prime Minister has a huge spending problem, which caused the recent spike in inflation. Trudeau has run out of other people's money to borrow, so the Bank of Canada has been printing billions of new dollars for him. And what does he do with this newly printed money? He sends $8 billion to Ukraine. That's just one example. Under Trudeau, inflation has jumped to 8.1%, the largest year-over-year increase since the early 1980s under his father's government. He raised the top marginal income tax rate on business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals from 29% to 33%. And while it's true that Canada is not alone with high inflation, countries like Switzerland, Japan, Taiwan, and Hong Kong have all managed to keep their inflation below 3%. Because apart from an increase in oil prices and supply chain issues, those countries didn't print shiploads of worthless money. So the real difference between 3% inflation and Canada's 8.1% is all the result of choices made by the Canadian government. And let's also not forget about that time when Justin Trudeau evoked an Emergency Act, which is a war measure act, in order to incarcerate peaceful protesters and freeze their bank accounts. And that is all for today. If you live in Canada and still haven't left, let us know in the comments down below what keeps you from leaving this terrible country. And if you did already leave, tell us which country did you choose. Until next time, thank you for watching.